Hi guys, and welcome to the RGL Forza Championships. We're at round 2 for the Mazda Masters series from Catalonia, and it's the national circuit layout, and both series coming to you from Catalonia. And the Mazda's taken on the national circuit, as I've mentioned, 2.98 kilometres of track ahead, and you'll see some very interesting battles ahead, I'm sure, with some very tight and technical cornering on this circuit. We'll check out the qualifying, see how that went for this one, and once again, you watching for the Australian Precision Racing, getting right up there at the top. He's got a pole position there, and xCaderz has done very well to get himself on the front row of the grid. Meanwhile, Scavenger right behind his teammate there in row 2, along with Twisty Corners. So you've got Screwdrivers Racing and Australian Precision Racing locking out the first 2 rows. What we are missing is Alsimo for Nerd Motorsport, who we will find right at the back due to some very poor tuning options. And even though you can only tune the tyre pressure, you can tell that it makes a difference there. You could only muster a 134. And we also have special guest in there as GrubX, just in for one race. Let's get underway here. Lights are on, 3 lights, and we go, and you watch and light them up pretty good there. Scavenger off to a great start again. He tends to get some pretty good starts along with Alsimo, probably the best. And look at that, Scavenger almost into the lead, and I think that's Blogsy making a move on Twisty. So Twisty's got a pretty bad start here, dropped back a few places, and Alsimo's made up quite a bunch of spots already. He's up alongside Zulu, or no, Ollie 9394, sorry, and just on board now, just following Pistol Fit, and you can see Scavenger into the lead. So that is a great start from 3rd position, and Blogs is all over the back of xCaderz by the look of that. And we're also missing Eskimo Sammy Joe, could not make it into this round, unfortunately. And into the hairpin here, just everybody pretty clean through braking. Oh, on the inside move there from, I believe that was Pistol Fit on Blogsy. So he's managed to make that stick with a little bit of paint exchanged. And Scavenger once again leading the guys through. Twisty a little bit sliding out there on that corner. Whoa, Scavenger, big moment, going for the defensive line. Oh, well, there's been an incident up the back of the field there. We'll get a replay of that. I believe that was involving Pistol Fit and Blogsy. But let's look at this. It's a 1-2-3 at the moment, with you watching right in between the 2 Screwdriver Racing drivers. About to complete lap 1. We have 9 laps on this one. So very neat. So there's a bit of a gap back from these 3 to the rest of the field now with that incident. And Scavenger just neatly put around the first turn, and xCaderz is all over the back of you watching, and there you can see Twisty Corners, and I believe that's Alsimo in 5th. So Alsimo's come from last place to 5th already, and you watching, he's got the move on Scavenger. He's got the right line there. Scavenger, he's been pushed wide a little bit. I don't think he was pushed wide by you watching, maybe his teammate there, and all contact from xCaderz. Very aggressive moves here, and just heading into the hairpin now. You watching's got it, so xCaderz backed off, which was a wise move. He did make contact going through the chicane, which pushed you watching off his racing line, and still at it. This is great pressure, really putting it on the lead driver at the moment. So Scavenger, just a little bit of a mistake, and he's back into 3rd place. And it's allowed Twisty Corners and Alsimo to catch right up. So Alsimo with a better setup with the vehicle, obviously being rather competitive here, really looking to get back into the front end of the pack after that poor qualifying. And Scavenger looks like he's got off into the pit. Let's check out this replay now. We're on board with Blogsy 360, and he's just coming a little bit too harsh there and collected the end of Pistol Fit, and then got spun around by Alsimo. Just a little bit too much under brakes, and we'll just get it from another angle here. And yeah, just collect him on the inside there, and Twisty just managed to get out of all the damage, and Alsimo pretty lucky he didn't get spun around either, and Grubex in the clean skin car really tank slapping that one. Very crazy moment there. So we've had a bit of an incident here, and we probably won't be able to show this on the replay. There was a massive lag moment. Unfortunately that happens with this. Alsimo there with the new fastest lap, and he is the one that's worse for wear. If you want to know what happened, check out one of our other videos that we've got on our channel called Mad Lag. So oh, pistol fit coming undone there, straight onto the sand trap on the right hand side. Lost a lot of time, and xCaderz has almost caught up to him. So lap 3 of 9, and Alsimo's run for the top place has just about hit a standstill. He's currently back in, I think it's 8th at the moment. And looking at the leaderboard here, you can see there Ollie and Zulu moving up for Movie Madness Racing, though they're yet to pit. There'll be quite a few people behind them that have pitted at the moment. You're watching out in the lead with Scavenger also in the pit lane. He'll have got back a fair bit, and yes, you can see now Alsimo way back in 9th after coming from last up to 5th, only to drop back after that massive incident. So you're watching Circulate now with next to no pressure. And there you go, Scavenger right back there, but he was the first one to pit. He got out of the traffic. Here's xCaderz, who's also got damage to the car from that incident, but doesn't seem to have affected the car itself. So we're going to be approaching the halfway mark in a minute, and yeah, a lot of damage done to that vehicle. Whereas Alsimo seemed to have suffered quite a lot in regards to power and speed. And Blogsy on the outside of xCaderz makes a move. xCaderz probably made that a little bit too easy for him, but there was no incident there, which is what we always hope for with our racing, nice and clean. Oh, and xCaderz very, very wide there. Could have gone right onto the grass or even spun around with some overcorrection. Back on board with our race leader, you're watching for APRT, and looking to notch up his first win so far, and he's pulled into the pit lane, so midway through the race this will be a very close one with Scavenger. Now we can see xCaderz just there in the background going past to move into first place at the moment. And down on your right hand side there you can see Scavenger on track at the moment, so this is going to be pretty close. Scavenger about to come back around onto the main straight, and it's a very long pit lane, very frustrating for the drivers. It will feel like an eternity, and Scavenger just about to come out from the exit, but he's not going to have near the momentum that Scavenger does. This is going to be very, very close. On board now. Here comes Scavenger. You can see him up there in the top screen. He's made the pass. He's made it stick. He's got it. So some really good laps there by Scavenger, and he's got the lead back. Now, can he hold on? You're watching. He's going to have cold tyres for a little bit here, so a bit slippery for him while he waits for traction to come back. Scavenger heading up the hill now. He's didn't take that chicane too well. Scavenger, you watching's managed to catch him a bit. Last piece of the puzzle will be xCaderz to see how he slots in, but he was a fair way behind you watching, so unless he puts in some good laps now, it really is a race between these two guys here. Scavenger, this is the best performance he's probably had out of the Mazda Masters and V8 Supercars together. So he's going to be feeling a bit of pressure here now. He knows he's got the lead, and he's just stepping that out a little bit, which is he's really trying to push it, because these cars are pretty hard to get the rear end out loose. So you're watching really catching up now through these chicanes. Scavenger may be playing a little bit too safe, and this is only going to make it harder for him. He's going to get more pressure from the APRT driver. As we're about to click over to lap 6. Cracker of a race here between these two guys. brakes. He's kept that in again. He's sort of just a little bit loose, but tied it up, and you're watching had a much better line here. He's going to be all over the back of him here in a minute. Going through the chicane, this is a bit where xCaderz had a little bit of trouble on the last lap, and you're watching right up the back. Onto the back section of the tracks. Kevin just holding on there, very, very tight through there, over the ripple strips and into the hairpin. Bit of traffic up ahead. Be interested to see whether these guys peel off into the pit lane, because they haven't done so yet. And that would be, I believe we caught a glimpse. That was Blogsy and possibly Ollie, and Ollie's actually hassling Blogsy at the moment. So Blogsy not having the best of races. Now you're watching edging ever so close, coming around to complete yet another lap, and Ollie's pulled off into the pit lane. Blogsy's continued on, so Blogsy could be a bit of a factor here. It might give you watching the opportunity he needs, and I think you watching's got a bit of a run here on xCaderz. Not close enough yet to make a pass. On board now with xCaderz as they head into turn 1, and it's a little bit shaky there. He's gone wide. This is giving you watching a look in, and you're watching there with the fastest lap. Not looking to make a move just yet. They're going for a crisscross here. He could have the driver on. He might even have him on the outside here. You're watching's got the run on him. He's going to make a move on the outside. xCaderz is going to hold a pretty tight line here, and he's just lost traction on the ripple strip. So you're watching is through. And heading through the chicane. Oh! And we've got a spin, xCaderz, he is 360 back on track, he hasn't. Oh dear. Pushing too hard. And he's lost his chance of getting a win here. His teammate xCaderz coming up close by, so at least he ended up facing the right way by the time he'd finished his spin. He didn't lose another position just yet. So the pressure probably got to xCaderz a little bit too much in that instance, but nonetheless he's still in a prime position to get second place. As you can see, Blogsy, he'll be pitting very soon, and you're watching will be the race leader once that pit stop is complete. Twisty corners not too far behind xCaderz there in 5th, effectively 4th, and Zulu leads the charge of the rest of the group. And at the moment I believe fighting off Alsimo, and here you go, we're just on board now. So that's Alsimo and Pistol Fit at the moment. So Alsimo is ahead of Pistol Fit there, Zulu just ahead of those guys there. DeadX is dead last. So we've got lap 8 of 9. These guys are a fair way off the leaders, and after a few incidents, both Pistol Fit going off the track as well on a couple of instances there. So Nerd Motorsport, their Constructors Championship points are going to take a big hit in this race by the look of it. APRT right up the top, as well as Screwdriver Racing. So the 3 top teams at the moment fighting for the Constructors title, so this is going to be a bit of a wallop to the team at the moment. So Alsimo is going to probably try and push as hard as he can and look for a pass on Zulu at the very least, and of course Zulu doing his absolute best to maintain his position, which would be probably one of his better results for this series so far. And straight through the chicane there, both the Nerd Motorsport drivers hunting down Movie Madness car number 13. And Zulu just a little bit deep on that corner there. Alsimo's got a bit more traction. He's come out a lot better than Zulu. As they head down the hill through the chicane there, Zulu maintaining a decent gap here, but he's still got a full lap to go. can see Blogsy just exiting the pit now. He's going to rejoin in about 7th or 8th position at the moment. He's got ahead of Pistol Fit, so there's this group coming together at the very final stages of the race. And Alsimo, he's got the move. I think Zulu's missed a gear change because that was a little bit too easy for Alsimo, that catch. And he is through, so Zulu wasn't able to maintain that position. Can he get it back? Sticking with Alsimo, but I don't think he's got enough of a run on there to make a pass on the hairpin. And here we are, you're watching for APRT coming around for the final turn to notch up his first win of the RGL Forza Championships and the Mazda Masters, so congratulations to him. Car number 19, a great start for the round. And Scavenger, a little bit disappointed, I dare say, but he still has a podium along with his teammate in xCaderz, so had an opportunity there, and he'll just have to regroup and try again in the round 3 race. There we go, there's the points and the overall times. And a very actually twisty corners, not that far off of xCaderz there, very small gap there. Grubx, who is not going to take any points home with him, he was more of a fly in fly out driver for this round, and Alsimo very disappointed with his 5th place on corrected terms once Grubx is removed from that leaderboard. And Zulu with 6 is probably his best result so far, Pistol Fit, not quite fast enough to catch up to Zulu. So let's take a look at the championship standings after 2 races. We have Alsimo still out in front, just holding a lead narrowly to both xCaderz and Youwatchin, even all the way through to 5th place. It's very close. Then we've got a gap to Eskimo, Sammy Joe, and then we've got 3 guys all on the same amount of points with Ollie and DeadX. So it's pretty close at the moment. Thank you very much for watching, and we will look forward to seeing you at round 3 in hopefully a few weeks' time. Thank you once again. If you're interested in the Forza Championships, check out our website, Facebook and Twitter. Goodbye.